I would like you, as student leaders, to share your thoughts, I would say, on indiscipline, the indiscipline that you've seen that are being manifested by students, that you have seen or heard of in the news or in the social media. Because of recent, we've seen recent violences that are being directed to teachers. And this, I would push it to the side of indiscipline, because you cannot untie these two, indiscipline and violence, because if you are disciplined, you will not be violent. Yeah. So what is your thoughts on that?
You know, when you talk about indiscipline,
Yeah.
it goes to maybe family members and parental responsibilities. If you discipline your child, and if your child goes to school, that person will not misbehave inside the school.
Sure.
And some people, if they are indisciplined and they go to school, maybe their teachers can serve as an agent to them. But that agent also, it determines who the teacher is.
Sure.
Respect is reciprocal. You don't expect a student to respect a teacher while the teacher, him or herself, did not respect the self. You're going to expect a student to respect a teacher while the teacher is dating maybe a student inside the class. You know, this one also is a rival.
Topics of discussion.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, my
There are
option
issues.
is like, maybe if the teacher respect the self and the student also respect the self, you know, there will be no violence inside the school or inside the classroom. That one is also another point.
Okay. So I will jump Fatmata for now. Fatmata, I'll come back to you. I would like the gentlemen also to share their thoughts on indiscipline and of recent the violence that are being meted out to the teachers by the students.
Okay, that is a very important question, because as we speak, there is a need for that topic to be disseminated all over the country. Students in discipline in schools. I will talk based on my experience. Yeah, in my school, in my own school. Okay, you know, we have to understand that there are many students in all the schools, and all of those students come from different backgrounds. So this has to do also with where they came from, and also the level of organization of the administration of the school, and how the school is able to manage you know, students, and make sure that they control students' behavior. Yeah. Also, it has to do also with teachers, and also even students themselves. So basically, it is everyone. So we cannot just blame teachers or blame also students.
Yeah.
But everyone has to do a work here.
They all need to play a part.
Yeah. The simple idea is because when I was head boy, I can say, because I'm now the outgoing head boy.
Yeah, the outgoing head boy.
So I interact with many students in the school, because that gave me an idea. It gave me an experience of why and as to what are the causes of such in the school.
Yeah.
Sometimes a student react aggressively to a teacher because of the teacher.
The way the teacher
Also
him
approaches.
or her.
Yeah. Or sometimes maybe even if it is the teacher that provokes student. You understand?
Yeah.
When they utter some words that are unprofessional to students. Sometimes it is students' behavior in the class or in the school that makes teachers think that this student needs to be dealt with.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
It needs to be disciplined. And then the student also
Reacts in a bad manner.
Yeah. When such happens, the administration has to take a step.
Yeah.
But to some extent, some of our schools administration may not be very much, you know, organized to that extent.
Yes.
But I'm just glad that my school is one of the schools that do not tolerate such in
the Charles Joe that I know. I taught there.
Yeah, sure. So if you're in Charles Joe, you as a student, you will even think that you are somehow restricted to some of the things, simply because of the rules and regulations that are there. But all of that, we have to understand that we are also ruling people. We are not ruling animals. So you have to take your time when such happens. You know, I have witnessed many occasions like that. But the way I try to deal with them is, when I see fire, I don't have to be burning to quench that fire too. I have to be at least cool. You understand? To be able to quench that fire.
You have to be water.
Yes. So you cannot be fire and you want to
quench.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm saying. As leaders, you have to have the experience to be able to at least deal with situations like that. Yeah. So you have to use your skills and the likes. So parents have a very important role to play in this also, because they are the ones that have to help us. They have to understand that students have rights, but rights go with responsibility. So it is rights, responsibilities that controls right. So without responsibility, there's no right. Your rights fade away. Yeah, thank you.
You're right. That's true. So let's hear from Ibrahim. It's Ali,
Well,
right? Ali.
yes. Thank you so much, Rahi, for that wonderful question. I can say student rebellion, it is something that is going all around, which is a greater concern for everybody to discuss and come with a tangible solution to that. So, as Ibrahim alluded, we the student leaders also, we had a responsibility to make sure that we inculcate discipline in our student. We need to use different dimension, different method in order to solve this problem. There are a lot of factors that lead to this. The previous speakers, they has mentioned few, which is the teacher side, and of course it can come from the home, but we need to realize that also some students at home, the home is not that much stable. Some students, when they come to school, they don't care. They come from, like, we don't even actually know where they come from. Because as I told you initially, a school is a place where everybody come from anywhere. So sometimes at home it is not stable. So when they come to school, they have this impression that I don't care.
I am free now.
So yes.
Do whatever.
So but the major thing that need to be taken is the school administration need to be solid. They have to be very strict when it comes to discipline. Because in our school, which is Nusrat, we always sing this. We say discipline and hard work, Nusrat number one. If you are not disciplined, that place is not yours. Because even senior prefect, even the class prefect, student, you are not even mad enough to insult the class prefect. Because I always said this. Even a student look at you with a bad eye, as a class prefect, just come to me. I will deal with the student. So when we give that responsibility to the class prefect, you see to it that the senior prefect will be fully respected. You understand? So you see student will not even have goals to actually insult the teachers or to try to argue with the teachers. But the teachers also, they need to actually learn professionalism. You understand? So what Ibrahim has said, it is something that is true. A particular teacher, when in class with a student, you started bullying student. Atal hakilo kuyatale, ibaga fem farm. You understand? Sometimes ika teacher jala, in some instances, he will tell the student that stuff like that. So it is somehow crazy. And then all those people need to actually learn, and there should be a much of orientation in both sides. Yeah.
So the thing should be the responsibility of both the teachers and the students, not just the students. Yeah, Farmer, let's hear your take on that.
Okay, indiscipline. This is a very important word that we have to underline, because if you look at my school badge, it says discipline, hard work, and achievement. The administration of my school is strictly against indiscipline, acts of indiscipline in the school. So, and that is why many people know us, because when it comes to our skirt, it is for the girls. It is strictly above the knee, below the knee. So if you have a skirt below the knee, you go to the school, you are totally and powerfully dealt with. And indiscipline, I can say it, like, it touches every corner of the world, not just only in the school. You can find acts of indiscipline everywhere. That is why in this case I would not have anyone to blame, because you have the parents, you have the teachers, you have the students, and you have your friends as well. At home, some parents like leave their children anyhow. They don't train them, they don't tell them this is wrong, this and this is wrong, and at the end of the day they go out and then do acts of indiscipline. In the school too, teachers need to respect students, because respect is reciprocal. You do not expect to disrespect a student and then you have respect in return. And among peers also, you, as he said, we have different people from different parts of the world coming together in one class. They all have their different attitudes. Like my former head boy would say, Lamaran, we are the same people, we're the same people with different ideologies. You come in contact with different kinds of people with different kinds of attitude. So with that, as a friend, I might influence my other friend to do what I do, which is wrong. That is why I say, like, discipline, indiscipline is something that you can't blame anyone for doing it. But we just have to
let our minds give our minds that this is right and this is wrong, and we have a way of overcoming it. Yeah, that's
Okay, that's a good contribution there from Fatmata.